Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in the same style as last one, where I'm just kind of sitting here and discussing things with you and giving you just whatever experiences I've had and I've found to work. And today I want to talk about really quickly a method that has served me really well, and it's called the Wim Hof method. This method actually saved my life, believe it or not. So I want to give it to you if you haven't been doing it. And I want to go over kind of a more broad thing that has to do with this, and really that there is so much that you have control of and so much you can do to better yourself, help yourself, make life more fulfilling, and that it doesn't need to take long and it doesn't need to be complicated. So for those of you who don't know what the Wim Hof method is, it's actually a collection of things, but it involves a breathing technique, it involves cold therapy, and it also involves some other stuff like stretching, certain exercises. But in this video, I'm going to focus mainly on the breathing exercise. So the breathing exercise, and just as a little caveat, I went to an event, which I mentioned in the last one, the Infinite Man Summit, and a guy who spoke there named Ramses told us that he's done plant medicine, he's done all of these incredible, like amazing things that are, cures and help people overcome traumas and all this different stuff. And he said the best one out there, the most valuable one out there, is the breath. Something we all have access to. And he says, for so many, I believe he said this, for so many of us, we're not breathing properly. We're not tapping into the true potential of our breath. The amount of things you can do with just your breath, it's phenomenal. And I learned so much of that when I learned how to do the Wim Hof method. I do this method every single day now, the breathing method at bare minimum. And it takes 10 to 15 minutes. And essentially what you do is you charge up oxygen in your blood. You oxygenate your blood, and I'll give you an example of the method, and I'll also link resources down below for you. But you charge up the energy in your body, and then you hold it, allow that charge to stay there, and then you actually hold it again, and then you release. And oxygenating the blood does a lot. You're going to feel so much more energy. You're going to be able to heal certain parts of your body. I mean, think about it. When you oxygenate your blood more, it can get to more places. It can move faster. Your blood vessels open up more. And it's been proven, actually, scientifically, to help with things like inflammation, to help with certain diseases, to help with things like mental issues, like depression. Like if you're depressed or you have anxiety or something of this nature, I can't recommend this enough. And this is not, by the way, just as a disclaimer, this is not me saying don't do the other stuff that most people do. Don't not go see the therapist or take the pills. I can tell you my personal opinion on that stuff, but I'm not allowed to say it without saying, look, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. But nothing has helped me get over more of my mental issues too than this method. I'll just leave it at that. That's my personal experience. Doesn't mean it's true for everyone, but that's my personal experience on this. So essentially this method has so many positive benefits, so many, to the point that because I've been doing it for a while, it blows my mind that more people don't do it, and that people sometimes refuse to do it despite it being 10 to 15 minutes a day. That's it. You have to dedicate to it. And if you throw in cold showers, you maybe 20 minutes a day. That's it. And you can do way more. And the thing is, when you start doing this, you'll want to do more. Like I'm very determined to eventually go to one of his retreats where he takes people up a mountain in their shorts and has them do all these other cold therapeutic things. That's something that I'm making a goal for myself to do in the future. So once you get into this, it starts to reveal a lot more to you. But I'm going to link the method down below so you can access it and you can use it. But I want to go over something else as well, and it's the fact that we have so many tools, free tools and paid tools, available to us to improve our lives and to just live more fulfilling lives, yet so few of us actually go for it. It seems a lot of us, and I was this person too, would rather complain about our situation than learn a breathing technique that takes 15 minutes a day. And there are so many other things that you can learn too. So many of us would rather allow our minds to think uncontrollably or to have thoughts just, cluster in our mind undealt with, than to meditate for 30 minutes a day or an hour or whatever, or 10 minutes. That would help that, you know, to help that inner chatter. And we have access to so many tools, guys. You are literally 20 to 30 minutes of dedicated something a day to changing the course, your trajectory in life. And one of the things, when you start actually consciously moving in a direction that you've chosen to improve your life, other doors open themselves up. So you start doing the Wim Hof method, which leads you to something else to help another area. You start going to the gym and you find that you're suddenly eating healthier. You know, you start meditating and you start realizing all of these great ideas are coming in, and you start moving towards those. They play off each other. In the same way, you can go through a negative spiral if you entertain negative thoughts all the time. You know how you think of one bad thing and then another, and it just eventually you're thinking of all this crap, right? The same can be done in the other direction. The same could be done. You can start thinking of good things, of positive things, things that serve you, and that's key. Things that serve you, and then, oh, there's another thing that serves you, another one, another one, another one. Oh, you can do this practice, which leads to this practice, and suddenly your life's moving in a completely different direction. And it can all start with simple things like a breathing technique. It can all start with a simple thing like a meditation practice. It can start with just monitoring your thoughts and only choosing the ones you want. That's it. You know, and it blows me away, even within myself, because there are still days when I have a day where I don't do any of this stuff. And I look at myself, and not in a guilty way, but I go, why do I do that sometimes? It's almost like I'm addicted to the negativity. And some of us are. I was. It's our comfort zone. But I would encourage you to start doing something like this every single day. Choose one for you. It doesn't have to be the Wim Hof method, although... Guys, you're gonna feel so fucking good if you do this daily. You're gonna do it the first time, and when you get it, because you have to feel it out a little bit, when you get it, it's not gonna take that long, you feel incredible. Your whole body starts to vibrate. You are moving more energy into your body, and you feel it. And for some people, it's the first time they actually feel consciously energy in their body. There are so many testimonials from people who have healed themselves through this method. And so I encourage, especially if you have one of the issues that, not an issue, but if you're suffering from something like depression, anxiety, something else, give it a go. I'll link everything down below you need. The videos on how to do it from the man himself. This came up because I'm watching an interview between him and Russell Brand. Very interesting stuff. It's called, the interview is actually called Heal Yourself with the Ice Shaman. Heal yourself. Heal yourself, guys. There's so many things available to you that can help. Just do a little bit each day. You know, have patience, but there's so much out there. So that's all I wanted to say today. Let me know of any other topics you want me to cover, and we will go over those too. Peace, guys.